Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. And we have a collaboration today between John Ewbank, who's a veteran of the New York Times Crossword, and Colin Thomas, for whom this is his New York Times debut. We also have a little background music today. I'm not sure how loudly that's coming through, but hopefully my voice is still audible. It being a Monday, we're expecting an early week, relatively easy fill and some kind of fun theme. And also it being a Monday, I'm going to try and get through it as quickly as possible, and I'll pick up any pieces once I'm done. So let's get going for Monday, February 2nd, collaboration between John Ewbank and Colin Thomas. That girl's hers. Blank is more, less is more, a paradoxical aphorism, receded as the tide ebbed. With in French is avec. English boarding school attended by many royals, probably Eton, I think is what we want there. First word in two U.S. names, probably state names, sorry. Either north or south. Can't tell which one we want. Clownfish in a 2003 Pixar film is Nemo. Rights advocacy organization could be a bunch of things, but it might be the ACLU. I'll check some crosses in a bit. Makeup of a reef, it's made of coral. In fact, let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, animated film featuring the song We Don't Talk About Bruno is Encanto. So it looks like it's going to be north. Triumphant Cry is a... not sure, actually. I'm freezing. Brr. When a flight is due to land is the estimated time of arrival. An alternative to UPS or FedEx DHL, like courier service. Let's keep going with downs then. Building where airplanes are stored is an airplane hangar. Really is... I don't see it. Like off-site employees are remote. To scrub is maybe to scour. Results in leads to, possibly. This results in that. It leads to that. To engrave is to etch. Duet -1 is a solo. That's a fun clue. Like the proverbial bug in a rug. As snug as a bug in a rug is what the proverbial thing is. Oh, classic co-starring Bill Murray and Andy McDowell. Is Groundhog Day appropriate for today? Oh, booyah. Triumphant Cry. That works. Houston baseball players are Houston Astros. Ever so, really, ever so. Eggs in a sushi roll are row. Okay. Addams Family cousin is Cousin It with 2 T's. Dark crime genre is film noir, or anything noir, really. Rear end informally could be something like Tushy, maybe. Great Blue Expanse is the sea. The Matrix character whose name aptly is an anagram of 1 is Neo. Not inspiration for a 2017 Tony-nominated musical. Is it also Groundhog Day? African Grazer, anew, maybe? One arguing in court, abbreviated, probably an attorney there, ATT. How blank, the busy little bee. How doth, I think. Common saying is an adage. The G of LGBTQ plus is gay. Goals, aims, maybe? Painting the town red, so to speak, on a tear, on a blank night Jedi. Star Wars fighter is a Jedi Knight. On a job? That doesn't sound right. End of a school's web address is edu. Actor, Scott, or driver, both of those are Adams. On a jam? Fellas are guys. On a jag? None of these things make sense. But I think that's what that's going to be. Looks like another Groundhog Day here. I sort of get why, the whole idea of repeating itself makes sense for Groundhog Day. Okay, bring home as money is to earn money. Holy Moses, egad, you could say. Folk singer Guthrie is Arlo Guthrie. Horse with a reddish coat is called a roan, in the manner of is Allah. And uncle of Huey, Dewey, and Louie Duck is Donald Duck. Pro-gridiron officials, informally NFL refs, I think, probably what we want there. Actress Claire of the Crown is Claire Foy. Bird that scientists are trying to bring back from extinction is the dodo bird. And film about which Harold Ramis said he goes from being a prisoner of that time and place to being master of that time and place. Groundhog Day. So, unfortunately, 2 of these clues are about the film. Oh, what was this one? I don't think 3 of them. 1993 film that featured I Got You, Babe. In fact, all 4 of them are about the film, so fine. Goddess of the dawn is Eos in Greek mythology. Have a round of tequila, perhaps. Do shots. Regarding, as to. Bad odor could be a stench. Not tied as shoelaces. Undone, maybe. Burns with liquid is... don't know. Letters before Enterprise or Intrepid, the USS. Least likely to start a conversation with a stranger is the shyest person in the room. White heron could be an egret. Part in a movie is a role as a scald's. Farthest points ends, and students' final hurdle is a test, or sometimes an exam, or sometimes something else. Spun records for short, DJ'd. Red in Spanish is rojo. A proper one is capitalized. A proper noun is capitalized. Fat in a bird feeder is suet. Bear in constellation names is Ursa, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. No ifs, ands, or buts. Have the same opinion is to agree. Gaze intently might be to stare. That girl is she, appropriately 1 across and 60 down here, sort of paired clues. Sharp on a TV, informally high definition. Tia Maria, I think coffee liqueur, takes the edge off of eases, and things eliminated with YouTube Premium are ads. Not bad, 5:35 for a Monday, pretty good, and the repetition of Groundhog Day, keeping in theme with the movie, and made for a pretty easy solve once figured out that it was in fact. You usually don't have repeated entries, often have repeated clues, paired clues, but usually don't have repeated entries unless there's a thematic reason for doing so, which there obviously is in this. Today's puzzle. So all 4 clues are referring to the movie, but in sort of from different angles. This one talking about its lead actors, this one talking about the musical spin-off, this one talking about its soundtrack, and this one talking about sort of a critique of it, or an analysis of it. Some fun clues in here. 1 across, as I mentioned, 1 across, that girl's, and 60 down, that girl, sort of pair nicely together. Eton College shows up quite frequently in the grid. This one's pretty fun. First word in 2 US states. It could be North or it could be South. For North and South Dakota or North and South Carolina. But in this case, it ends up being North, which you have to get through the crosses. I don't know on a jag. I'll have to look that up. That's a new one for me. I think I might have come across it in a crossword before and had the same comment. What else? Clairefoy was incredible in The Crown. This is a new one. I think I've not seen this clue this way. Uncle of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Those 3 nephews of Donald Duck. And I forget what the relationship is to Scrooge McDuck. I think he's Donald's uncle, too. So possibly great uncle of Huey, Dewey, and Louie, maybe? I'm not sure. What else? Suet has shown up a couple of times recently. This is a little bit odd. Nobody really says ever so anymore. That's quite an archaic phrase for really, really, but sure. We had scour here and scald here, 2 pretty specific evocative words. Duet -1 is fun for solo, and snug like a bug in a rug is fun here to refer to that. These brackets on I'm freezing indicate that we want some kind of sound or vocalization instead of a word. What else? Have a round of tequila perhaps is a fun one to do shots. Yeah, and then that's kind of it. Pretty straightforward. Everything else, a little bit of trivia, not much wordplay. A really solid Monday debut and a good timely theme for today's February 2nd, Groundhog Day. So congratulations to Colin Thomas on his debut, and that's the puzzle for today, Monday, February 2nd. If you like the puzzle, my solve, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know what I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.